so long to get here? Anyway, I'm happy that you came back. It's your girl Ty, aka TalksWitTy the podcast, and I appreciate you clicking on this video. If you haven't, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Also, I need you to do me one quick favor. Go on over to Spotify and iTunes, okay? Podcasts, that is. Type in TalksWitTy and hit that follow button. That way, if you miss me here on YouTube, you're able to catch me while you're riding to work or just you need a minute to decompress. Come on in the room, girl. Let's talk about it. It's your girl, Ty. I'm so happy you came back. Now stay tuned for the episode. Hit that like and share button. I'll see you in a sec.
It's y'all hoes sleep, bitch. I need y'all bitches to get up. If y'all sleep, bitch, get up. Fuck y'all hoes Valentine's. Let me tell you how I'm feeling right now. I feel like fuck y'all hoes Valentine's. Fuck y'all hoes Valentine's, bitch. Y'all hoes. I keep scrolling through here looking at y'all hoes with these motherfucking Valentine's flowers and these Valentine pictures and sitting up here talking about something y'all love y'all niggas. So, bitch, he fucking me. He fucking me. He fucking me, bitch. He fucking me. Bitch, he fucking me. That's what he doing. He fucking me. I'm sick of y'all. Bitch, y'all hoes sleep. I hope you ain't, bitch. And bitch, don't go to sleep too early tonight, motherfucker, bitch. Cause he's saving all that dick for me. He used to tell you we'd run away together. What gives you the right to be free? He said be patient, just wait a little longer. But that's just an old fan.
Hey. But that's just an old fantasy. Welcome back to Talks with Ty. How are you guys doing? Happy Soulful Sunday, everybody. You already know what time it is. Welcome back to Talks with Ty, the podcast, and you're tuned into this episode of Soulful Sundayz, okay? And I am oh so yet happy to be here. Today is Sunday, October the 29th. Y'all, we are at the end of October already. Can y'all believe that? The end of October already. Welcome home, Angel. And then if this is your first time joining us, girl, what took you so long to get here? Okay, boy, what took you so long to get here? Bring your healed self on here and come on in. Make sure you hit that subscribe bell, hit that follow, hit that like, hit that share, hit all of those things. And let's get into this conversation. For some reason, I feel like, yeah, I pray I'm not frozen. This is going to frustrate me if I am. Hold on. Let me see. Because I'm also streaming live for my actual audio. So I hate when I freeze due to the internet. I pray y'all can see me. If y'all can see me, put some ones in the chat. Put some ones in the chat if you can see me. Hopefully you can see me. Hopefully I'm visible. Oh my gosh, I think I'm frozen. Unless this is just my iPad. Hold on. Let me take 30. Let me check out my computer. Let me make sure I'm frozen. Let me know if I'm frozen, y'all. Can y'all see me? This is going to piss me off. Hold on. I'm going to take 30. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm not freezing up, y'all. Hold on. I'm going to take 30. Okay. Oh my God. I am freezing tonight and I don't know why. Telling you, they hating on me. They don't want to see me do Soulful Sunday, but I'm gonna keep going now. I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna pray that I'm not freezing. Okay. Shout out to my BFF with this cup. Okay. Her birthday last year, we did a little girls retreat and she had these cups made for us. As you can see, I put my logo on the cup because I put my logo on everything. Talks with Ty. But yeah, without further ado, so we can get into this convo. Hopefully, I'm not freezing. Without further ado, okay, I'm not gonna stress it because I'm watching myself on playback, and on playback I'm freezing. But hopefully, this is streaming well because I'm not frozen through my streaming app. Oh my God, I have people leaving out of the room, y'all. So it's got to be freezing because they coming in and leaving back out. And y'all know my show is interactive. And excuse this little sniffle I got. Y'all, I got a little sniffle. I went outside and walked my dogs, and now it's fall, and it's just a hot mess. So maybe that's me. I'm gonna let that go. Okay. And we're gonna go ahead and go on with the show. Praying that I'm not freezing too bad and all as well. Tonight's topic, we will be talking about pushing through breaking points. But before we start there, I want to address something really quick. I'm trying to figure out how to say this because listen, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to leave it alone. My spirit telling me to leave it alone because I'm trying to establish healthy relationships, healthy friendships, healthy bonds. And a part of that is honoring someone's request. Okay. If you're watching, just hit the like, share button. It helps out the channel. Okay. Hit the subscribe button. It helps out the channel. Okay. Welcome home, Angel. I'm happy that you came back and I'm happy that you're here. All right. And I'm gonna leave that with like that. Pushing through breaking points. This came to my spirit today because I was thinking about topics for the rest of the upcoming month of November. And I was thinking about how I wanted to close out October, how I wanted my series to be, how I wanted this week to be, because this is the last, 3 days of October. So I kind of want to go live every day. I hope that that's able to work out. We shall see. But anywho, I wanted to talk about pushing through breaking points. I had a friend of mine today call me, and he called me around 5 o'clock this morning, and I hadn't spoken to him in a while. He's actually one of the friends that I was talking about, and people being okay with people letting you go. He's one of those friends. And so he called me. And the reason why I answered this person's call is because I love them. That's number one. And number two, when I look at my friendships, relationships, anything that I have going on, I know people aren't perfect. I understand that. So if 80% of my time with you has been good, I'd rather take the good 80 than a bad 80. And so you never know what's going on. Life is short. So he called at 5. I answered. He seen that I was asleep. He was like, yo, when you get up, give me a call back. I'm like, okay, cool. So when I got up this morning, I made breakfast, made my coffee, did my Zen, got myself together, and I called him back. And during that point, I realized that he was coming to a breaking point. He was going through something and he just needed somebody to talk to. And I'm just happy that I was there, to talk him through that space, to help him through. And I realized something. We all have breaking points. The beauty in the breaking point is the push through. Greatness comes from struggle. Greatness comes from dark times. Now, while you're in there, it's hard. It's dark. It ain't easy. But when you push through it, you become better if you allow yourself to. I'm going to talk about that for a second. My friend told me about his situation. I'm so sorry that I'm sniffling, y'all. I hate that I'm doing that. But my friend told me about his situation. And I felt bad for him, and as we're talking, I'm giving him as much positive feedback, positive influence, um, solution that I could give him. And for every solution I had, he had a reason as to why he couldn't equate to that solution. A part of being a friend is telling the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. When you're friends, you don't always agree, and that's okay. But when you love someone, it's important that you tell them the right thing to do. And it's even more important that you figure out a healthy way to communicate that. So I had to let him know you're a part of your problem. Doing the same thing, expecting a different result is insane. You're not creating healthy boundaries for yourself. And this is going to continue to happen if you continue to do the same thing. In order to get a different result, you got to do something different. I had to learn that. And trust you me, I have pushed through some breaking points in my life. That's what brought me to my subject here tonight. Pushing through breaking points. Okay. I want to talk about how you feel when you're confronted with trouble. What is your first emotion? One thing as I grow, right? Spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, in this dynamic that I'm in, I understand, or I've been understanding how I've been feeling about certain things. I used to get sad when trouble hit my door. I used to, hey D, that's my homegirl D. I used to get upset when trouble hit my door. I used to cry. I used to get frustrated. I used to ask God, why me, when trouble hit my door? And don't get me wrong, sometimes, depending on the circumstance, it can be quite frustrating when trouble hits my door because trouble is promised. We all gonna go through that. The beauty is somewhere in this life, somewhere in your living, in your growing, in your building, in your strengthening, in your maturing, you got to become better. Growth is painful, right? Growth and change happen simultaneously, but they're not the same thing. You could change for the worse. You could change and not better your situation. You can grow. Growth is attached to pain. So normally when you're growing, it's in a positive. You're gaining. There's a gain that comes with growth, right? So I think about trouble when it hits my door and how I used to react and how I react now. It's something about having peace. Like a lot of people say, oh, I got peace or I'm looking for peace. But I don't think people understand the amount of work that it takes to have true peace in your life. Like true peace. Like a peace of mind that truly surpasses all understanding. You will be in the middle of a storm and have a peace so still about you that everyone around you is looking at you like you've lost your mind. That type of peace. And I think about
all the shit that I went through to get this type of peace. Because I went through some shit.
let me be clear. It wasn't easy getting to this place. But one thing I noticed, because last week I went through a situation and I was completely unbothered. Let me tell y'all something about grace and God's presence, man. Like, I am transformed by trouble. When trouble comes my way, okay, I don't rejoice, but I'm not moved. Y'all ain't catch me. I don't rejoice about trouble because trouble's trouble. It sucks. But I know I'm gonna be all right. And I understand that if I'm going through this, I'm growing through it. And there's something that I have to get while I'm here. So when trouble comes my way, I be still. There's something that I have to get here. There's a lesson. I'm going to be better coming out of this. So I look at trouble as triumph. Greatness only happens in dark spaces. When everything's going great in your life and it's perfect and you ain't got no issues or nothing like that, it's cool. You only learn things, you only grow when trouble hits. So back to the story of me talking to my friend, and I'm telling him about himself. Because at this point, I'm like, you expecting people to do what you want them to do. And let me let you know, as your friend, people ain't gonna never do what you want them to do, especially these set of people. Like these set of people are never gonna do what you want them to do, right? Because you're putting yourself in this predicament constantly, expecting a different reaction, and then you always hit this breaking point. Why are you doing this to yourself? I'm starting to think you like it. Stop going back there. If you want change, you got to move. And I can only tell him that because there was a point in my life where God didn't give me no option but to move. And that's the hardest place to be in. He'll send you the signs to move. And if you don't move, he'll put you in a position where you ain't even got no choice. Let me tell y'all something. I came up here tonight, and Soulful Sundays normally is not that long. I'm not going to take up too much of y'all time, but I do want to talk to you for a second. Oh my goodness, my nose, allergies. Let me take 30 seconds, y'all. Hold on. All right, I'm back. I had to blow my nose. I'm about to do that on camera. But let me tell y'all something. Healing starts with wanting to heal. You got to want it. And on that healing journey, you realize that most of the time you're the problem. That's where the work begins. And that is very difficult to deal with yourself. A lot of times we don't want to do that. We don't want to look at ourselves.
And how fucked up we are. Because we could be fucked up. It ain't everybody else all the time. Sometimes it's us. Okay?
So you look at yourself and you start to do the work on you. That's where the magic happens. Because once you do a certain amount of work on you, you start to become better. You start to have boundaries. Little things start happening. You start taking care of yourself more. You start checking yourself first. And you start not allowing yourself to be in certain companies and certain friendships and certain surroundings. You start loving on you. You start to heal. And during that process, you lose and you gain and you grow. But something very important also happens during the healing process, and it's called knowledge. Okay. Knowledge is something that you gain. Nobody could take that from you. When you know better, you do better, right? Only a fool will have the knowledge and not apply the wisdom. Wisdom is the ability or the action of applying the knowledge. You cannot go through something, grow through something, turn around after you know better and go do the same thing and think you're going to yield this amazing outcome. No, you know better. You are a fool not to use the wisdom. One thing I learned in my healing is that you only have to show me who you are one time. I don't need 50 times. Show me the first time. I have strong boundaries today, certain friendships, people, places, and things. I'm not going around, I'm not doing. I've taken a lot of losses. Let me say that again. I've lost a lot of things, but I ain't never took a loss. I'm gonna say that one more time for the people in the bike. I lost a lot of things, but I ain't never took no loss by the grace of God. So, knowledge, right? Nobody can take that from you. Knowledge is something that you've went through from experience or something that you've learned or taught yourself. And when you have that knowledge, nobody can take it from you. It's yours. God gave it to you. It's for you to keep, but he gave it to you for a reason. He presented you with a lesson that caused you to gain that knowledge or obtain that knowledge from that lesson. He gives us the knowledge so that we can apply the wisdom. Don't take the knowledge in vain. Don't. Because if you take the knowledge in vain, you'll end up in a situation that you don't want to be in. Apply wisdom, knowledge, and wisdom. Wisdom is the ability to apply knowledge or the act of applying knowledge. Now, just because you have the knowledge doesn't mean you're wise. There are a lot of knowledgeable fools. There are a lot of knowledgeable idiots. I love my friend down, but his behavior is idiotic. But he has to see that. We can so easily put ourselves through the same thing over and over and over again and blame everybody else in that space. Oh, you treat me like this. Oh, why you treating me like this? Why am I going through this? But you keep going back to be put in that position when you already know these people have already shown you they're not changing. This is who they are. This is what they're going to do. It's time you apply wisdom and stop being a fool. Stop thinking that somebody is going to do or be something other than what they've shown you they're going to be or do. It's okay. Like I said last week, it's okay. It's okay if they don't respect you. It's okay if you don't see it. It's okay if they don't get it. It's okay. Get
Get your shit, get your ass, and move where you are loved and appreciated and can apply your wisdom.
I live for growth. I live for purpose. I live for new knowledge to become the best version of me. Talks with Ty is real, raw, uncut, unfiltered. There are a lot of things that I be wanting to say, but I don't. I will say them at some point when the time is proper because wisdom has taught me there's a time and place for everything, even with having the platform. But this platform is not about shading anybody or out on anybody. This platform is about me using my pain to help somebody else. I used to be a fool. I used to do the same,
Shit,
expecting a different outcome.
I used to be a damn fool.
Still learning. Got a long way to go, but I ain't what I used to be.
You could kiss my ass.
Boundary strong. I don't let nobody play with me, but I don't play with nobody. Still the same Sakia, just a little bit more wisdom. So I hope my friend is watching this or that he gets the opportunity to watch this playback. Excuse me, because my challenge for him is to move, grow, use your wisdom, use wisdom, apply wisdom, apply wisdom, apply wisdom, because at this point you're hurting yourself. Ladies, gentlemen, if you are in a situation and you've been there for a while, oh, you might leave for a minute and come back, leave again, come back, in hopes that your absence or your distance will make the heart grow fonder. Well, we both know that that's facts. Distance, change will make a person appreciate you, but it takes you to truly be gone, for you to truly close the door, for you to truly walk away, for a person to see your value. If you're valuable, I'm just saying, because not every loss is a loss. But if you are valuable to your situation, to your circumstance, it's going to hurt. But if you're there and you're staying and you're dealing and you're dealing and you're dealing, how would they know? How would they know? And what about you? What do you do to yourself when you stay in something that isn't benefiting you, that isn't changing? I've been there. And it's crazy because now I'm on the other side of that breaking point. I challenge you to push through your breaking point. I promise you, there is beauty on the other side of that thing. And it may take you a lot of work. It's going to take you a lot of tears, a lot of pain, a lot of dealing with yourself, a lot of fixing yourself. But if you can push through that thing, and I don't think people understand how serious pushing through a breaking point is. You can reach your breaking point, but that everybody does not make it on the other side. We lose people every day to their breaking point. Times are harder. There is a lot of loneliness, divorce, separation, singleness. All of these things are at an all-time high. And if you don't know how to be with yourself and love on yourself, you might not make it past your next breaking point. I've lost some people that I care about that didn't push through. So today I understand how important it is to push through the breaking point. I challenge you to do that because that's where the growth is. That's where the lesson is. That's where the knowledge is. That's where the better you is. That's where the greatness is. That's where all the things that you don't like about the breaking point, the complete opposite to that is on the push through. It's on the other side of the push through. I hope that this helps somebody. It was very important for me to get up here and talk about pushing through the breaking point, whether it's in a friendship, a relationship, a you-ship, whether you're dealing with you right now, you trying to figure out how to push through for yourself. Keep going. Keep getting up, keep growing, keep stepping up, put one foot in front of the other.
That shit is hard. Yes. It's hard as fuck. It's exhausting. You're gonna wanna give up.
But you are worth
That shit.
If you could deal with other people's
bullshit,
you can deal with your own. Push through. Keep growing through. I'm telling you, the best version of you, the other side of that darkness, is on the other side of that breaking point. Before I close out tonight, I want to say something that I was going to say before, but God don't even play about me. See, he got a way of checking me. You know when you changed, when your heart is different, when your heart's posture, when you can't believe your heart's posture. When the old you was waiting for a moment to come and you wanted to go off or flex or let a person know that they had you.
fuck that.
But it's something about the state of your heart that won't allow you to do it. So before I go tonight, because I'm so proud of my growth and this woman I'm becoming, not perfect, but I'm her. So I'm gonna close my show out with this. I forgive you. And I pray that your broken heart finds healing. I pray that things get better. I pray that you forgive yourself. And I pray that you heal, because there's beauty in that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Man, I hope that this was helpful and food to your soul this Soulful Sunday. Tonight, as you can see, we talked about pushing through breaking points. I hope that it just helped you think about some things. I hope that it helps my friend when they watch this playback. And I hope that it helps me. Man, listen, do me a favor, head on over to YouTube, type in at TalksWitTy. I'm sorry, yeah, at TalksWitTy, and hit the subscribe button at TalksWitTy on YouTube. We are now on the podcast. Head on over there and give us a follow. Don't forget to like, share, comment below. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Mindful Mondays. As always, I love you. I thank you. I appreciate you. Talks with Ty out. Bye.
Human beings have one job: self-care. Take care of yourself so that when the people you love fall, your arms will be strong.